So what's in a cop's duty bag? Hey, I'm Deputy Thomas, and this is Law Enforcement Explains. Today, I'm going to show you what I keep in my duty bag. So stand by and let me explain. Alright, so let's get started with it. You know, the top, this is a 511 bag. At the top, you got my baton. You know, the fun thing that we really don't use unless it's in riot situations. Because I have another baton on my belt, the ass. You know, you open it up. You know, I cleaned it out a little bit, so it usually doesn't look this good, I guess. So the first start off, what I keep is some blood vials just in case, you know, I get a DUI. I can use this to get the blood when I take them to the hospital. We got some booking packets. When we arrest people, we have to fill out these packets and we give it to our jailers. And you know, they know what to do with that. You know, I have some crime scene tape. I have 3 rows of these. This is just one of my half rows. I have 3 rows of these because we have a lot of craziness happening in my city. We have some books. This is pretty old, but it's still relevant. We have the 2004 Emergency Response Guideline. Basically shows any hazmat things in this book. And my books are a little raggedy because they're freaking just been in this war bag. I got the 2016 California Drugs and Laws. So it might not, you know, be relevant to your state, but this is what I use if I can't figure out a drug or what I want to figure out what drug class a certain drug is in. I'll use this book. Look how chewed up it is. I got my California Vehicle Code book. Basically, this whole book is just a cheater. We have a book that's about double this, maybe triple this size, that has a lot of vehicle codes in it. This is basically a cheater. I have 2 things of maps for my city. Basically showing what's the city layout and how to get to places. So we're gonna go to this pocket. I bought this because I was told I needed it. Never used it before, as you can tell. It's still, you know, wrapped up, I guess. It's the rope, nylon rope. I think it's 100 foot or 200 foot. I'm not too sure. But nylon rope that I never used before. I got these, I don't even know what they're called. I'll call them ties. You know, to tie a bicycle to the back of the patrol car, just in case I arrest someone with a bicycle. Have that. I have a fully charged battery, just in case the battery in my radio goes out. I have that. And I have a tie down. So basically, I'm guessing the same thing with the bicycle. You get to tie it down in the back of your trunk. Or maybe the hood. You know, actually this one is actually for the hood. And the push bars, you tie down with this. Never used these before. And I have my seatbelt extender. Basically just make the seatbelt a little easier to get out the car with. So in this pocket we have our trauma kit. Basically if we get shot, you know, it has everything that we need to, you know, help our partners or to help ourselves out with this bag. Don't really use that because I have my own setup. And that could be done on a different video. I have some report memos. I'll blur this out. I have report memos. So basically if someone, victim, gets in a crime, you know, we give them this, we fill all this out, and we give them this paperwork. And it has their police report number, has our station. Their police report number has the classification of the crime, the date, and my name. I have a bright ass vest. Basically if I'm on a traffic collision, you know, I take this out, put this on so I won't be, you know, hit by another car. Pretty cool though. I keep extra bags basically because, you know, when we get, you know, bloody clothing or some evidence that we need, and also this is where we put our guns after we, you know, render them safe. We can put them in a paper bag and send it off to evidence. I keep a flathead and I keep a Phillips. Haven't used those. And every cop needs these. I know these are you know, obsolete kind of nowadays, but you need bolt cutters because these come in handy. When you least expect it, you're going to need these. And if you don't have in the bag, then you're going to go to your partner and ask if they have some. And, you know, if you guys both don't have any, you guys are asked out. And I have pliers. Haven't used this before, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to. I have an extra little cheap-ass mag light. Haven't used this little cheap one because it's not even that bright, as you can tell, because I have a few flashlights I carry on me. So in the front pouch we have a little cheap can't even get this damn thing out. Little cheap first aid kit. Have not used this because it's cheap, but I mean, I do need it. Maybe I can use it on maybe a suspect or a victim if paramedics aren't en route. I do keep a tablet on me because if we taking a little kid from his parents, they have to stay at our station for a long time, and basically it has like a lot of kid games on it to keep them entertained. And here's a charger to it. Throw that down. Keep a knife in this pocket, just an extra one. It's not even anything all that great. Oh, lotion. I keep lotion on me because I'm black and I get like real ashy. So I keep lotion on me. That's basically it in that pocket. This pocket, I keep zip ties just in case we get a weapon. You know, you guys render it safe and zip tie it so, you know, our people won't accidentally shoot themselves. So in the top pocket, you got extra pens, extra pencils, black marker, have an extra notebook just in case. In this pocket, this is a real useful pocket because I use this a lot. So I have this is my medication pocket. Got NoDoz because if I'm freaking tired, don't feel like getting coffee, you could just pop a pill in here and be good. Pepto-Bismol, you need that because if your stomach's hurting, it's no bueno. Got a couple mint pads. I'll keep them on me, but just as helpful also, mint pads. And I have my glucose tablets because if you don't know, I'm type 1 diabetic. Been diabetic for 9 or 10 years, can't remember. So I keep these on me. Got Tylenol on there, but it's actually empty, so no need to pull that out. This pocket, I keep my binocular. They said we need to buy some. I don't even know why. I never used them, but little cheap little binoculars. A little bit. I have my CPR mask. Haven't had to use this yet, but it's a CPR mask just in case a suspect down or, you know, a baby's not breathing or someone's not breathing. I can hopefully revive them with my CPR mask in my training. This pocket just has some gauze. Some gauze you just throw on a wound or whatnot. More gauze and, well, this is actually a bandage, AC bandage, and that's basically in that pocket. This pocket we have a spit mask because people in our city love to spit at the police when they're arrested, so we throw a spit mask on them. I have a Letterman's tool. You know, this came in handy a few times. You know, use this quite a bit. Letterman tool, Smith & Wesson. I have a seatbelt cutter and a window shatterer. So basically, I don't use this because I have it on my knife that I keep in my back pocket. But this is pretty useful because, you know, you get someone that's trapped in the car, you just put that right there on their seatbelt and you cut it off. Or if you need to shatter their window, you just put that on there and hit the window. Not exactly like in that, you know, matter, but you will hit it. What else is in this bad boy? Got a couple set of handcuffs. I got this handcuff and another one there. So, you know, extra set is always good. And that is my duty bag. What we call it is war bag. So my war bag is right here. I have this measure, which is for traffic collisions. You know, you get this, you measure your length. And I also have this one, basically does the same thing, but it's kind of like, it's a little easier to use. Got my tape measure. And that's basically it, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next call.